Hey there, Grumpy Old Fart here. I'm doing a movie review. Can't get my mouth to work. I'm doing a movie review of the movie Prey. This movie came out in 2022. It is a sci-fi action adventure drama. This is one of the Predator series of movies. It is really, really good. The plot is, in the 1790s, one of the Predator aliens visits Earth and attempts to hunt the humans in the area, including a group of Comanche. I love this movie. I really, really did. This is a great movie. I'm going to do an honest review of it. Spoilers. 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 If you don't want to hear about it, don't watch this movie, or don't watch this video. Watch the movie, definitely. But if you don't want to hear the spoilers, don't watch this video. Okay? Here we go. Spoilers. Okay, you've been warned. A young Comanche woman, bored with her status, which, in American, Indian Native Americans, first American society back in the day, women generally did the labor while the men hunted and made war. There were women warrior castes, of course, but for the most part, the women were relegated to labor while the men hunted. This girl dreamed of becoming a warrior and a hunter. This is a young adult woman. Okay. I was told that this was going to be a woke culture nightmare where the woman outshines the men. The woman outshines the men because she's a woman and men suck. I did not see this. What happened was this girl witnessed the arrival of the alien spacecraft and misinterprets it as the Thunderbird from First American lore. She knows something is amiss and tries to tell the other hunters. They, of course, do not believe her because it's a crazy story. You see something, coming out of the sky. Well, by the way, that that fits every UFO witness ever, male or female. Okay. People see UFOs and other people think they're crazy. The minute they say, "Oh yeah, I saw a UFO," boom, they're labeled as crazy. That's been happening for decades. That happened here. It wasn't because she's a woman. It wasn't because they thought she was crazy or whatever. Well, they kind of thought she was crazy. But that, again, that's not male or female. That's just when you see a UFO, people think you're crazy. This girl sets out to prove what she saw because she's stubborn and refuses to quit. That could be male or female. It's not about gender there, okay? She's not better than the men. She happened to witness something weird and nobody believed her, and so she set out to prove it. That sounds a lot like every UFO witness since 1945, man or woman. The men physically kick her ass all over the place. As a matter of fact, at one point, she survives one of the Predator attacks because she's smaller and can run faster. The Predator considers her less of a threat because she's so small. And, that's a common thing. It has nothing to do with her gender. That's because she's tiny. She's a little bitty thing. Okay? That's probably one of the reasons why people think she can't do what she does, is because she's so small. But guess what? Small men are less capable too, according to, bigger guys are more capable, At any rate, the Predator considers her less of a threat. Anytime you underestimate an enemy, you are in for trouble. I don't care who the enemy is or what gender they are. That's basic military doctrine. You never underestimate the enemy. The Predator did that. The men physically outfought her, and they did more damage to the alien as well. There was the character, her brother in the show. That dude laid a whooping on a Predator. I mean, he was riding a horse. He was using a bow and arrow. He just kicked the shit out of that Predator. If the Predator had been a human, that Predator would be dead. I don't know if any human could survive what that guy did to it. This was not woke. She was just a smart person. She was studying and training to be a medicine woman, so she knew healing where the other people didn't because they didn't have that training. She was... while the battle was going on, she watched what happened. She was able to see things that the other people didn't see. That allowed her to formulate a strategy. And that's all that was. That's all it was. Now, I did see two major plot holes, and this is not wokeness. This is sketchy writing. So again, spoilers. The guy who told her how to operate the flintlock pistol did such a piss poor job of it. I don't see how anyone could have made it work. I'm surprised she didn't blow herself up with a stupid thing. Anybody who's ever fired a flintlock, there's a procedure to load it. And it requires fairly precise measurements. There's his idea of how much powder to put in it, how much gunpowder, black powder to put in it. You put some in here. Not too much, not too little. Well, that's not a fucking measurement. She could have put the whole goddamn thing in there. She could have literally blown herself up. When she gets the headpiece from the Predator, this is the other plot hole. When she gets the headpiece from the Predator and uses it against him, how did she know how to make it work? She knew that the red dots were the aiming for the thing. And that part, anybody could see. But how did she get the red dots to come on? If it's attached to the Predator, I can see that. If it's attuned to his brain waves, I can kind of sort of see that. But how did she make it work? If it's attuned to his brain waves and it worked anyway, then it wouldn't have targeted him. You see what I'm saying? It's just a plot hole. It's not anything woke. It's just bad writing. Now, these two plot holes notwithstanding, everything about this movie was absolutely wonderful. Just great. The action, the characters, the plot, the storyline, the character development, the cinematography. Oh my God, the cinematography was gorgeous. Special effects, the continuity, all of it was absolutely awesome. I really, really highly recommend that you watch this movie. Someone said that the Comanche was not in the area where the movie was set at the time and did not arrive there until much later. I didn't see a specific setting mentioned. I think they said something like the Great Plains or whatever. Eastern New Mexico is considered the Great Plains. Eastern New Mexico also includes the southern tip of the Rockies. So the landscape fits, and the animals fit, the grizzly bear fits. Objection overruled. It fits. Whenever I do a movie review or a TV review, I try to do standouts. With this, I couldn't find any one specific standout. The entire cast and crew of this movie was amazing. Even the writer was who allowed those two plot holes was still pretty good. Everyone is a top-notch talent. Everybody involved with this is a top-notch talent. The two actors that I really, really liked in this, Amber Midthunder and Dakota Beavers. She's the star of the show, and he plays her brother. They play brother and sister, and they play it to perfection. They banter and argue, but still love each other. It's very, very believable. These people really sell their roles. They are great artists, great performers. Keep an eye on them because they're going to go far. This is not going to be their only shining moment. They're going to have more. Keep an eye on them. When you make a movie, when you're acting in a role, I would imagine staying in character and staying in the moment is difficult for some. Not for these people. They were right there. You believed everything they said, everything they did. The horror, the fear in that girl's eyes, man, she sold it. She sold it well. Everything about this movie is good. If you get a chance to see it, the movie is Prey from 2022. You folks have a good day. God bless one and all.